Hello friends, welcome to our channel. In this video, we are going to learn how to create application installer or application setup project using Microsoft Visual Studio 2017. To create an application installer or application setup project using Visual Studio, we first need to install the extension Microsoft Visual Studio installer projects first. So let's go to Tools, Extensions and Updates. I have already installed this Visual Studio installer projects on my system, so I don't need to install it again. So if you have never installed it before, go to the online section. Here you can find the Visual Studio installer, or you can search for it. Click on download. Once the download is complete, restart your Visual Studio so that the changes are applied. So now let's create a new project, Windows application project. Let's create a Windows Forms app. Let's name it app installer. Click on OK. Let's rename it to Windows app installer. Click on OK. Now we have the project. Now we have created the first project, Windows app installer. Go to the toolbox, search for label. Let's place some labels on it. Let's change the text to my welcome to our setup project. Let's change the text to welcome to our setup project. It's done. Enter it. Now let's go to Solution Explorer. Change the form name to setup app. You can also change the extension. Once we have changed the name, we can go to Solution Explorer. Click on Solutions, Add New Project, and here we will choose the setup project. Search for setup. So let's add this project. Let's name it to setup. Now we have the setup project with us. Now let's double click on application folder. Click on create. Click on add project output. Choose the Windows. Choose the project that will be our default project for this application. So let's click on primary output, click on OK. We have created a shortcut for this. Let's copy this shortcut, create another shortcut from this. Let's rename it to my app setup. So let's place this to user desktop. So it will create an extension. It will create an icon for the to the user on desktop. Let's go to programs. We can add a new folder here. Name it app setup. So let's build our original project. Build succeeded. Now let's build the setup project. Build succeeded. And let's go to the location. In the debug folder, we can find the setup project. Let's double click on the setup. So it will start installing the project on our app, on our system, just for me. Once it's done, close. Let's go to the desktop. and here we have my setup app. It's running fine.